Hey everyone, so welcome, it's Stratlaw44 here. Thank you for coming and checking out the video. It's been a little while, I know those sort of things, but lots of things to talk about in this one, mainly the black market trade-ups. Before we get into that though, of course, as you can see in the background, I'm just reminding you guys that at 250 subscribers, I am going to give away this Sky Blues Interstellar with Striker on it. It's a really nice decal. It goes with pretty much most vehicles. You can sort of design it how you feel, make it look how you want. But then you can keep it. You can keep it in your inventory. You don't have to sell it, I suppose. Or you can just sell it for credits or items or whatever. So lots and lots of good things for that. Basically, you do need to be subscribed. You do need to leave likes on the video because those are probably the two most important things. And just make sure that you're leaving your name in the comments below and what platform you're on, so I know who you are and who's entered and things like that. So when I do the draw, I can make sure it's fair and that everyone is chosen. You know, well, one of you is chosen out of the 250 anyway. So that said, let's stop talking and get into the actual content of the video, which, as I say, is to black market trade-ups. So it got me thinking a little bit, and I'll kind of tell you why. So, of course, I've been a little bit busy with work and things with a new job lined up, so, of course, haven't been posting as much. I do plan to, just kind of been a little bit delayed, but I was opening a drop. I'd won a drop from one of the challenges, and I thought, you know, like, when you open drops, I suppose, I mean, like, okay, like, this drop isn't that good. I get an import, I get an ex-devil skin thing. Yeah, great, it's a snake skin, it looks cool. There's actually a better one in the shop for the Octane if you're interested with Striker. But, however, it wasn't that amazing. And I thought, well, wouldn't it be absolutely incredible if you could trade black markets? So say, like, the Golden Egg 19 series. You know, trade it up and have a chance at a painted one. So as you can sort of see, I mean, I'm sort of going through the various black markets in the background, but basically what my thought was, I mean, okay, obviously shop ones should be left. I don't think that there should ever be a tradable option with shop bought black markets, but with any that you've bought or traded or won or anything like that, there should be a really good option. So what you should be able to do is be able to trade up 5 black markets and give yourself a better chance of winning a sort of like a painted one. Because let's face it, I mean, I suppose, you know, yes, you can buy exotics, yes, you can get a chance if you buy them from crates, but there's still a limitation on what you can win. And I would really, really love it to sort of like open up an option where, you know, you're trading in 5 black markets and you could win that titanium white mainframe. You could win the titanium white solar flare and titanium white hellfire or dueling dragons, because I think that some other painted black markets really would be very nice being added into the game. It would make it exciting, it would make it new, and let's face it, I think that new content is always good. But yeah, I mean, that's something that, to let me know about. Now in the background as well here, just to remind you guys that basically what I'm doing as well is a blind trading option. So basically De Niro kindly donated me this hellfire, and once I have 10 people, which actually I still don't, surprisingly, so don't know, but leave a word, the word hellfire, leave your ID on an old video, anything sort of 3 weeks of older, absolutely brilliant, and then basically I'll enter you in. I think there's about 4 or 5 entered so far, but when I've got 10, then I'll do a video to let you know how it goes, and someone will win that completely free as an additional prize. You just need to be subscribed and leave likes on the video as well. But yeah, I'm going back to the sort of black markets then. I mean, basically, with this, you know, as you can sort of see, you know, you can go into your trade ups, and I think that an extra trade up menu should be down the bottom, sort of below, or an added one extra, so they could kind of move the trading menu, shrink it down a bit, and then put one up at the top. What do you guys think on that? I mean, it seems an additional feature that wouldn't be that complicated. Of course, then, you know, you can still trade the rares, the very rares, the uncommons, all the stuff that you normally would be able to do. But instead of having BMs sitting around doing nothing, you could go into a new menu, access black markets, and actually then trade them up as well to give yourself a better chance of getting something much rarer. Now, you might be unlucky, you might get something that isn't that much rarer, but, you know, let's face it, I mean, at the moment, I think a big thing is that they aren't worth as much in value. Black markets and their current market value, to coin a phrase, is not worth much, especially a lot of them, because they're becoming more common. You know, Chameleon dropped massively in price, 20XX, the normal one has. There's loads and loads of others that are just not the value that they once were, and even painted slipstreams and things I've seen dropping in value a bit because there's become more availability. Now, obviously, you know, when it comes to that sort of point, you know, you need to keep the game fresh. There needs to be new interesting things. I noticed that they brought in a new game mode, which I'll be talking talking about in a future video. Looks really cool. Haven't tried that yet. So that's always good. New game modes are always nice, and I hope we kind of see Beach Ball coming back. Let me know if anyone else is a Beach Ball fan, because I know there's a few of you out there. Probably not many, but you know, it was a cool game mode when I first started playing. But you know, like regards to the black markets, I mean, as you can sort of see in the background, you know, there's a lot of ones like Solar Flare, Party Time, maybe normal, not the Striker necessarily. You know, some other ones, Toon, that you're not going to want. You know, the Striker fireworks that I got scammed on, I'm not going to want those, really. I mean, I have never traded them because they remind me of what happened and always remind me to be careful. But the point is that if I traded all those things in and then had a guaranteed painted black market, I think that's probably where it would be exciting, is you trade up 5 black markets and get a guaranteed black market. That would be insane. I mean, honestly, like, you might get unlucky, you might get not a very good black market, but then the point is that, you know, it would mean that black markets kind of have a purpose. Now, don't get me wrong, I mean, I know that there are lots of you out there that still use some of the black markets that don't have bigger stacked accounts, new players, things like that. So for you guys, I mean, the black market's becoming a lot cheaper and a lot more accessible. It's actually amazing for you guys. So you come in as a new player, you know, especially if you use like Rocket League Garage or anything like that, suddenly you've got a bit more accessibility. But then you've got also the players that, you know, maybe do have more items to trade. They've been playing a long time, so they have a lot of items. They spend money, they trade, do whatever. And, you know, I suppose, like, that just adds a bit more excitement. I mean, especially also from a point of view of a content creator like myself and other content creators, it would be very exciting to be able to do videos on that, where maybe you have, like, say, I don't know, for example, 20 black markets to trade up, and you get 5 painted items. Okay, it's not the longest video, but you can kind of fill it in with various other things as well. But the point is that you would be able to then kind of, like, at least showcase what you'd got. Now, you might get something insane. And the thing is that I think it shouldn't be set to a particular, you know, like, thing. So a bit like what the blueprints were. So in a bit I go into the sort of trading the blueprints. Now you get a chance at one of the series. I think that the black market should be exactly the same as that. So you trade up 5 things, you get basically a percentage chance. If you've got obviously 2 golden eggs 20, you've got a 40% chance of winning an egg 40 or 20 or whatever it's called. But you know, do you see what I mean though? So it kind of works out in that way, whereas at least you're getting a mix of things. Or they just have it where you just can win any black market that's painted, doesn't matter what it is, you've just got a chance of one item. So it's not set to any particular series, it is just luck of the draw. You do it, you flip the coin, and you might win a painted Toon, you might win a painted 20XX, you might win painted Jordan Dragons. You know, it would just make it so much more exciting. Painted mainframe, which would be awesome. You know, a Cobalt mainframe is still worth quite a fair bit, so it'd be really, really interesting in that sort of regard. Now, I don't think it would be that complicated for them to add in that feature, because all they'd be doing is just adding a slightly extra trade window into it, or they could just slightly adjust it, and then they're just making black markets tradable. And I think also as well, something I didn't go into and I kind of mentioned, is I would love it also if you could do that with tournament black markets, because let's face it, there are a lot of us, well, not me, but a lot of us, that are sat on several black markets that can't do anything with it, and there's other black markets that you'd have preferred. The painted Hades bomb, I would have loved a painted Riser decal from Season 1, and I didn't get that. And it would be awesome if you could actually trade in those black markets from the tournaments, maybe separate, and then they would actually kind of give you a black market painted guaranteed from one of the X amount of tournament series. So that is it. That is my idea in a nutshell. I hope you liked it. It's a short video. Let me know in the comments below. If you liked it, drop a like on the video, really helps. Subscribe if you want to help me towards the 250, towards that giveaway. But otherwise, I will be posting a video as soon as I can, once everything's organised. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of the day. Take care until then. Bye-bye.